Have you ever stopped to think about what your cat truly longs for? Not the food that fills their bowl, not the toys scattered across the floor, not even the treats that make their eyes light up for a moment. What if what they really crave is something softer, quieter, something only the heart can give? Because cats don't love like we do. They love through patterns, through the rhythm of life you share with them. The way you move, the way you speak, the way you pause. Every moment becomes a message, every gesture a promise. Today, we'll explore the 7 acts of love your cat secretly hopes to receive from you. The invisible rituals that build a bridge between two very different species. You might not see the bond forming, but they feel it. In every heartbeat, every breath, every blink. 1. The sacred touch. Every cat carries an invisible map of trust across their body. Most humans only ever discover 2 territories, the chin and behind the ears, but there's a secret place, a sanctuary just between the eyes and the ears, where a mother cat's tongue once brushed her kittens. When you stroke that space in slow, circular motions, you awaken that memory. It's not just touch, it's a language. Older than speech, deeper than instinct. Studies on feline neurochemistry show that gentle tactile stimulation along the head and cheek areas activates oxytocin, the same hormone that binds mothers to their young. It's the biology of love disguised as a simple stroke. Your cat leans into it because it means safety, because it means you understand. Over time, your fingertips become their sanctuary, a small patch of heaven where the world softens and their heart slows. Touch, when given with awareness, doesn't just calm them. It teaches them what peace feels like. 2. The morning greeting. If your cat wakes you at dawn, walking on your chest, meowing softly, or pressing a paw to your cheek, don't be annoyed. That isn't mischief, it's devotion. In the wild, cats begin their colony check at sunrise. It's how they confirm survival, that every member made it through the night. When your cat seeks your eyes in that early light, they're saying, "You're still here, we're still together." Behavioral scientists call this affiliative checking. It's a social reassurance behavior, one that lowers stress hormones for both of you. A simple morning greeting, a whisper, a blink, a hand brushing through fur, can stabilize your cat's emotional rhythm for the entire day. So, when you open your eyes and meet their gaze, you're not responding to noise. You're completing a ritual of belonging. That's love, spoken in the language of dawn. 3. The words they long to hear. Your cat knows your voice better than you think. Not the words themselves, but the cadence, the warmth, the rise and fall of meaning. Researchers at the University of Tokyo found that cats can distinguish their owner's voice from any other. When they hear it, their ears pivot, their eyes soften, their tail flicks once, tiny signs of recognition. When you talk to your cat, you're not being silly. You're building a bridge inside their brain. Repeated exposure to affectionate tone thickens neural pathways in their auditory cortex, literally rewiring their sense of comfort around your sound. To you, it's small talk. To them, it's home. So narrate your morning, say their name like a song. Let your voice become a landscape they can rest in. Because in a silent house, a cat can grow lonely enough to stop meowing altogether. But when you speak, when you fill the air with gentle words, you remind them that connection still lives here. Your voice becomes their heartbeat when you're not near. 4. The pause that builds trust. Love, for a cat, isn't about endless affection, it's about respect for rhythm. Every cat has a point where pleasure becomes overwhelm. You'll see it. The tail starts to flick, ears angle back, muscles ripple under fur. It's their way of saying, enough! And here lies one of the greatest acts of love you can give them. The pause. When you notice the signs and stop, you teach them something extraordinary. That their boundaries are safe with you. Neurologically, this triggers the release of GABA, the calming neurotransmitter that governs trust. Over time, your cat begins to predict safety in your presence. Their body relaxes before your hand even reaches out, because they know you listen. In a world where so little is under their control, the respect of their limits becomes the purest form of love. It's how you earn not just their affection, but their faith. 5. The goodbye ritual. You might not realize it, but your cat knows the sound of your leaving. The pattern of footsteps, the jingle of keys, the closing door. Each sound writes a script in their mind. The world is about to change. Veterinary behaviorists call this pre-departure anxiety. When you disappear without a signal, their stress hormones spike. They wait in a suspended state, unable to rest until the moment you return. But you can transform that fear into peace with something simple. A goodbye ritual. A phrase, a treat in a special place, a small pattern they learn to trust. Over time, the ritual rewires their emotional memory. They no longer brace for loss, they anticipate your return. I'll be back soon. That's not just reassurance, it's consistency. And to a cat, consistency is love made visible. Because love isn't only in presence, It's in the promise to come back. 6. The silent vigil. There will be times when your cat grows quiet, when they're unwell or old or simply withdrawn. They don't want constant touch. They want something more sacred, your stillness. In the wild, injured cats stay near their colony, close enough to sense safety, far enough to heal alone. When you sit nearby, reading, breathing, just being, you're recreating that ancient comfort. Studies in veterinary science show that cats heal faster when their humans remain quietly present. Heart rate steady, cortisol drops, immune function rises. They don't need you to fix them, they need to know you won't leave. So sit there, even in silence. Let your presence fill the room like sunlight through curtains. Because sometimes, the most powerful form of love is simply the act of staying. No words, no fuss, just a heartbeat near theirs. 7. The final gift of love. There will come a day when your cat moves slower, when their leaps turn to gentle steps and their purrs fade into quiet sighs. Their world will shrink to favorite corners and familiar scents. You'll see it in their eyes, that soft knowing. Cats sense when their time is near, but they hold on longer than they should. For you, veterinary palliative studies show that when cats hear their human's calm, loving voice in their final days, their breathing evens out. Their heart rate slows. They let go peacefully. And so, the last act of love you can give them is permission. To tell them it's okay to rest, that they were good, that they were loved. Whisper it softly, even through the ache in your throat, because they will wait for that signal that you'll be okay and that they can go home. This too is love, the hardest, purest kind, the one that asks for nothing but courage. And when they're gone, you'll still find traces of them. Their fur caught in the sunbeam, their favorite spot on the couch, the quiet echo of a purr in the walls. They stay, just differently. Love doesn't end, it just changes form. Every cat writes a love story through your actions. Through the way you speak, the way you move, the way you simply exist beside them. They remember the patterns. They remember the sound of your footsteps, the warmth of your breath, the tone of your voice. So the next time you stroke their cheek or meet their eyes in morning light, know this, you are speaking their language. The oldest language in the world, the language of trust. If this video helped you understand your cat's heart a little better, give it a like, subscribe, and share in the comments which act of love your cat responds to most. Because love doesn't always need words. Sometimes it just needs a paw reaching back.